this one. He went inside, outside, he weighed it up, he looked for the gap, and he burst through it. I think he's done it! What a finish! Unbelievable!
We're here with new Poole Pirate signing Linus Sundstrom. How does it sound to be a Poole Pirate for 2018?
It sounds great. It's been a long wait with all the things what's been going on during the winter here, but finally we're here and really looking forward to the season now. We're not many weeks away, so can't wait to get on the track.
Now, talking of the track, I believe you've been here a couple of times before. Your favourite of yours?
I can't remember that much, to be honest. It was a few years since I was here, but I've been here at least twice with Peterborough, what I can remember, but it's just been meetings, and now I get the opportunity to practice a bit and get dialed in and get used to it. So it's a good racetrack, one of the best racetracks in the country, so very much looking forward to it.
And you're sporting the new Pirates top there as well, very handsomely as well, I must say. Okay, so looking at the team that Matt's put together, hell of a team this season, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks really good. Good riders and good bunch of guys as well. I think we will get along good in the pits, a good mix with different nationalities and all that. So I think it's going to be really good, and if we all come up to the standard we know we can, I think we can be successful this year.
I think it's going to be a great year for the Poole Pirates, that's for sure. Now, talking of your other commitments, I see that you're pretty busy. 4 different leagues, I believe, is that right? 2 in Sweden?
Yeah, I'm doing 2 in Sweden and then Poland and England. So it's 4 leagues on regular basis, and then a few individuals and Swedish finals and some GP qualifications and hopefully the World Cup. So yeah, it will be a hectic year, but I'm ready for it, and I'm ready for the challenge.
Now, as for your equipment, if you like, coming over to Poole, are you having dedicated bikes over here? Are you sort of swapping them out from different countries?
No, it will be that I will base 2 bikes and a mechanic here in England, and it's been a bit of a struggle during the winter because we've not been knowing what's going to happen, but all settled down now, so all systems go, and we will be 100% ready when the season starts.
So excited?
Very excited.
Excellent. Look, we're going to leave you. You're going to go on stage in a minute, speak to the Poole faithfuls, if you like, out there. So have a great time. We're going to be seeing you plenty in 2018, and we're going to be cheering you on as well. Take care, enjoy your night, and we'll see you on track very shortly.
Thank you very much.
James Shanes, 2018 Pirate. That's going to sound good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Bit of a frustrating wait, having to sort of wait for, you know, this, that and the other one to sort of be announced, but it's great to sort of finally be back, and, you know, it feels like home, so, you know, good to be home, really.
We had a solid season here with the Pirates last year. It's difficult these days, I guess, for a lot of the riders in the reserve berth to keep their space all the way through the season, which you did. So, and Matt's brought you back, so it's great to have, you know, Matt's confidence in you.
Yeah, it was. I was a bit worried at the end of the year that I didn't have, I didn't do my job or didn't do as well as I should have done. But to sort of have Matt turn around and say, yeah, you're in the team, you know, I want you in the team, you've done your job. Was brilliant. It made me put a lot of confidence back in myself. I've sort of knuckled down this year and worked hard on my fitness and on bikes and everything to try and get everything sorted for the year. So I can't really, you know, Matt's given me a lot of confidence, and there's no pressure on me again. He just wants me to go out and do what I can do best, and, you know, if I improve my average, I improve my average, but if I don't, not the end of the world. As long as I give it 100%, then that's all he can really ask at me.
Exactly. Now, last year you only rode for the Pirates and Speedway, and you've been doing a lot of grass track, as we know. How are you fixed this year? We know you're in the Championship League as well.
Yeah. I've taken the jump. I've signed for Sheffield and Poole, so, you know, it's going to be incredibly busy. I've also done I've got a few grass tracks. We've got the long track GPs, European finals and things, and as many open meetings I can fit in. So I'm looking at, like, on average about 4 meetings a week, maybe even 5-6 meetings a week. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be hard work, but I think it's going to be good for myself, as sort of developing as a rider and growing as a person and things like that. So, you know, it's all looking good. I just got to hope that my fitness and my equipment can stand it.
Now, we know that your pre-season training, if you like, is going well. You've been over on the island at their My First Skid evenings. Big track there. where you're visiting next week as well, the GB Young Lions camp. Are you ready for that gym work on the Wednesday?
Yeah, I was in the gym this morning actually. Thought I might get back in again. The Isle of Wight's been brilliant. My first skid and Barry have been absolutely amazing. Let me come over, sort of getting time on the track and helping the young riders out there. And the Young Lions thing again back at the island, which is, amazing thing again. I think it's Richie Worrell and Paul Hurry again are doing the teaching. So lots of experience there, a lot of knowledge that hopefully I can work on and see where my fitness level has improved or not improved. Hoping it has.
How's your nutrition been in the last year?
But I've been really strict on myself over the winter. I've had the typical, Christmas dinner and let myself go for a couple of weeks. But, since after New Year's, I've sort of knuckled down, gym a couple of times a week. Really strict on what I'm eating again. So, I'm just under my goal weight. So I'm looking at trying to get a little bit heavier through, a bit more training, different things. So, I'm on course where I want to be. Fitter and stronger. I'm doing things, in the gym that I never used to be able to do. So it's all looking positive for me.
Good stuff. Now coming back to Poole Pirates 2018, of course, let's have a look at those riders that are going to be lining up alongside you in the pits. Chris Holder's back. Linus, we've just spoken to Linus as well. There's some good riders in this team this year, isn't there?
Yeah, the league is looking stupidly strong this year.
He says with a little smile on his face.
It's looking stupidly strong this year. Matt pointed out that Shapaniak who's number 6 and 7th in Europe. So it's going to be a real strong league. And like you say, Chris Holder's in the team, Brady's back, Josh Grajonek. I've had a little bit to do with some of the riders, and there's some riders I've never even met. Like I just met Sundstrom today. So he seems like a nice guy. The whole team seem good. We seem to be gelling a little bit off track at the moment. So hopefully we can sort of gel a bit more when it gets to the season. Just sort of roll with it and help each other, and hopefully bring a medal back.
One more thing, just take a look over your right hand shoulder there. Look at that Poole team there, look at Matt's face. Good celebrations there, they've been very successful. 70th year anniversary as well. What would it be like to be at that place at the end of 2018 and holding that trophy with the team?
The only time I see Matt's face was like that was on Friday night. Midlow got involved and that was enough said. It'd be great to bring a medal home. I've never won a championship, like a league medal with my own club. So hopefully I can, I'm desperate to win one. It'd be a good feeling, and do it on the 70th anniversary. I think would mean a lot to the club as well. So I'm going to be working twice as hard than I was last year to try and make it happen, and hopefully the rest of the team feels the same way as I do, so we can all sort of pitch in.
I'm just going to touch one more thing. Here at Poole, when you're coming to the line after doing a pass or going over winning the race, you can hear that crowd, can't you? They really let you know that they're behind you full way.
Yeah, that's the best feeling. I love the feeling. It's part of the reason I do the job. The crowd's reaction, whether good or bad, fuels me as a rider. So it brings a reaction out of me, and if you give me a good reaction, you get a good, you get a reaction out of me, whatever good or bad reaction. So I'm a bit of a showman, so I like to play around, and the more they cheer, the more they shout, the bigger I go and the harder I ride. You're
good. Take a look into that lens then. All the guys are watching you now at home. Take a look into that lens and tell them exactly what you're going to do with that tornado power underneath you for 2018.
Well, with the tornado power and the help of Meridian Lifts and Wessex Marine, I'm going to ride my heart out like I always did. Got the Dorset flag on the shoulder with pride again, and the 70th anniversary logo proud. So hopefully I'll put it into good use and win a couple of races for you.
Thanks ever so much, James. Have a good night.
Cheers.
Matt Ford, God, are we excited for the season to start. It's all happening here at Poole, isn't it?
It is exciting. I've got to say we're season tickets wise, it's the best that we've had for many years. So and so many new people coming as well, and that's the really exciting part.
Yeah, you've got a real good team behind it. You've got the people taking on social media with you guys. McPete obviously being involved with the branding. We've seen that. The Poole shop was an amazing success as well. I mean, it's such a good start to this season.
Mick did a great job. The design that he came up with has been fantastic. He's there's several designs that he's done with the posters and everything. He's been outstanding, and it's been a bit quiet in the last month. And he keeps contacting me, seeing when the next part's coming. But it will be coming shortly. Neil Meldrum, that's come on board now, has been excellent in terms of our social media presence. Which everyone's telling me now is 100 times better than we were doing before, and so much more professional. So, busy year, going to be a really busy year with things that are planned in our 70th anniversary. So, those two guys are going to play a vital role.
Now, before we come to this 70th anniversary meeting, the first one of the season, look at your pool side that you've assembled this year. Now that everybody knows who your 1 to 7 are, you've got to be happy with those riders.
I am, but I was happy with last year's 1 to 7. We were favourites to win that, and favourites the year before, and both teams have failed to produce. But slightly different personnel this time. I've never waited as long as January to do the 1 to 7. Normally I'm done within a week of the AGM, but genuinely I wanted to wait for 1 or 2 riders and really stuck out this time because I feel they can make the difference.
Now, we've spoken to James Shanes earlier on. James had a solid year last year. He's going to build on that this year. Shows great faith with you sticking with the number 7 throughout and bringing him back as well. He's a special kid. He's got a lot to give Poole Pirates in 2018, hasn't he?
It's going to be tough for him, because he did so well. He really did do very well last year, and people want him to improve so much. If willing would be his results were based on willingness and to wanting to do well, then he would beat everybody. But it is going to be tough. There were 2 obviously British riders at 6 and 7 last year to start with, if memory serves me, and this year there's no protection there. So his opposer, or his other teammate at reserve, Matt Szczepaniak, is 7th in the European Championship, and immense, finished on a 10.5 point average in Poland, and it's going to be tough. It is going to be tough for him, but he's certainly capable of doing things, and I'm going to stick with him as long as I can because he's such a lovely guy.
Now, we said this to James. Take a look over your right hand shoulder. How does that make you feel, seeing that stood on the podium there as champions?
I was slimmer. That's what it makes me feel. I was slimmer. 2013, that one. Fantastic, isn't it, seeing some of those faces there, but
also we look at that and I'm thinking, let's sub those faces out with the guys you got now, and let's think about that.
Yeah.
The future is being at that place in October.
Yeah, totally. And it's great that Josh has come back to us. He's ridden for us a couple of times before, and each time he's ridden, we've won the league. So, he's a lucky omen, and I'm pleased to have him back. Easy to deal with, but I've got to say, I've got the 1 to 7 is really nice. I'm happy with it. I think that Chris returning. I did an interview with the BBC a little while ago and said, look, we've got Sundstrom that's going to set the world alight, in my opinion. That he's going to come in and really do very well. Linus and returning ex-world champion. Someone, he needs to be here, and we need him. It's as simple as that with Chris Holder. He rides better when he's riding at Poole, and maybe a mistake was made last year, nothing to do with the Kasperzak thing. It meant that I could use Nikolai Klint at reserve, and that's why it was done. Two guys in Kasper Verina who haven't mentioned yet, and is just outstanding. 14th in the Polish averages this year, with a great average above the likes of Chris and Magic and etc. Matt Szczepaniak, fantastic in the league below, 10.5 point average, 7th in the European Championship. James Shanes did exceptionally well in his first year, and I've not even mentioned our top 2, Brady Kurtz and Josh Grzonek. So, what a team. I wrote the team down recently for somebody who's looking at doing our scoreboards, and I thought, yeah.
It's been really well received on social media throughout the Speedway world of the Pirates fans as well. They're behind this team. They believe in this team as well. It's great to have their support.
I think so. Season tickets show that people are happy with the team. But, you know, hey, I mean it. We were favourites the last 2 years and we achieved nothing. So I don't want to make that a third time. We can only hope. We can only hope. I promise you that luck will play an immense part in if you win it or lose it. Swindon won last year because they were the best team. When they weren't the best team at the start, but when they took out Emil Grondel and brought in Tobias Mosaic, they were the best team. And it's very simple. And you can have one little change like that where you bring someone in who's not on a big average, but rides as like a big rider, and that's it. That's all you need. Now, I'm hoping that the likes of as Kasper Verina and Matthew Paniak will do exactly the same for us.
Now, we are looking forward to the first meeting down here at Poole. We've spoken about it. It's going to be a big meeting, a great meeting, a celebration of 70 years. Have we had some names announced for that just yet, riding-wise?
We have. We've had, I think at the moment, I'm just looking on my phone to see which ones I've announced.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the office for many promoters these days.
Yeah, it is. It is. The ones announced so far are Brady, Linus Sundstrom, Kasper Verina, Josh Kojonek, Niels Christian Iversen, Hans Andersen, Bjarne Pedersen. Great to see Bjarne coming back. Probably the last time we'll ever see him here, in my opinion. And also Frederick Jakobsen, who is someone that I'm very keen on building a relationship with in the future, who I think is going to go to the very top of the sport. So we're going to be announcing another 4 this week. And it's exciting. It's going to be exciting times. Get a great meeting, but also watch this space for a meeting on Thursday, 26th of April, which is 70 years to the day when the club opened at home. And we're going to be holding something very special that day as well.
Excellent stuff. We're going to flash that all up on screen so that everybody knows what dates are happening there and what's happening here at Poole Speedway. Matt, you're a busy man. We'll let you go. Linus is here. He's going to be speaking to the fans in a minute. So enjoy your night. We'll see you at press and practice. Can't wait.
Fantastic. Look forward to seeing you all. Cheers.